Hey, I'm back again. I'm doing a short video this time because I want to hear um, at what point you can hear sound. I mean, like not obviously when I'm talking, but also if I've got the radio on, right? I've got to stop looking at myself. I've got to look there, not there. And if I've got the radio on, can you hear it? So at the moment, right? Can you hear this? It's called Half Man, Half Shark. I've never heard it before. But anyway, can you actually hear it? That's my point. So once I go back to review the video, then I'll know because I'll be able to hear it. But in the meantime, I'm going to do a sound check. So that's at that level, which is, oh, the remote's over there. Hang on a minute. Remotey. Okay, so that is at, what sound level is that? So it's fairly low because I'm not really a loud music person. Okay, so that's at number 5, and it goes all the way up to quite a long way. That's 35, and it's not even halfway up the sound bar. So yeah, it's a bit fucking loud for me. I can't be doing with that. That's fine. That's 8. It's quite loud. 13. Can you hear that? Let me do some more. That's another whole 10. That's 23. 23. Oi! Shut it! Okay. I'm not sure about music commons, copyright stuff. So probably I shouldn't have it on my video, but I'm testing it because I want to know, like, can you hear it when I talk, or can you hear the DJs talking in the background? Because obviously if I'm not allowed to do that, then I need to know that you can hear it. So this is why I've got a test run going. So let me just look at, where's the mute button? I need to stop looking down my glasses, down my nose. Makes me look really older.
Yeah, I would like in tropical when it's laid out and whatnot.
Shut up, right? Now they're chatting. I can't because it's copyright, because it'll be on those channels on their internet players, and I'm not allowed to have it. Probably. So anyway. Later on, anyway, maybe I've got enough to test. Maybe I can tell even just from that little bit how much difference it makes, because I said what the numbers were, and I'll be able to tell if it's, you know, like too loud or subliminal. This is all right. Sorry. This is bacon and cheese, and not melted cheese, just like slices of cheese. Bacon and cheese with plum chutney. That's really fucking nice. I have a munchie now. When I was out doing my new pet client visiting, I had a steak bake and and a can of Red Bull. and a gin and tonic. I was at the Blind Beggar, so I went for a gin and tonic because where it is really close to the Blind Beggar. So it's going to be my local if I do the job. Hopefully I will. He's a nice dog. So anyway, all I've had to eat all day is steak bake. And when I was in the place where I bought the steak bakes, which I'm allowed to say, are you allowed to say? Are you even allowed to say? I won't, but you know, if you are or you aren't, I don't really know. I could fucking drop brand names left, right, and centre all day long if I wanted. Well, if I'm not careful, is what I mean. But I don't know. Are they supposed to? I'm supposed to not say. Anyway, the place which shall not be named, but where you get steak bakes from. They had some white chocolate Rocky Road in little packets at the front of the tills. And I was like, oh, that sounds nice. Fancy bit of Rocky Road. So I stuck it in my pocket. I forgot about it until I got home. And when I got home, I was like, oh, because I'd rolled myself a nice joint. But obviously, I didn't want to smoke the joint before I went to see the clients because that's not on. But the plan was, once I'd seen the clients, have a little splifter and, you know, mosey home. But because I discovered that the Blind Beggar was close by, I went for the G&T instead of having the splifter. And by the time I got home, not only did I still have the packet of Rocky Roads, but I also still had the splifter. So I was knackered. They took me for a walk around the fucking park. Well, not all the way round. They turned around and came back half the way. I must have looked like I was getting worn out. But we went so that we could see where the park was. But I think that necking a whole can of Red Bull yeah, you know, it's great. Fucking love Red Bull. Oh, I'm probably not supposed to say that. Well, you can't. Red Bull, there's nothing like, is there? Really? It's like saying Google. I Googled something. Well, you don't say, I searched for a picture. I searched for the information. You just say, I Googled it, even if you use another engine. Let's all be honest. So anyway, the energy drink that I drank kept me alive during my visit. But I think it fucking ripped the fucking energy out of me because by the time I get home, my feet were hurting and I was just like in pain from head to foot. And I try not to be in pain like that all the time. I don't want to be one of those whining old ladies that's like, oh, I'm in pain. You don't know what it's like. So yeah, it was either that or I was just in pain. So I took a couple of ibuprofen and smoked the joint, and here I am with the munchies. And I've had 2 of the Rocky Roads, and they're only small, and they're very nice. I wish I'd bought 2 packets, but I'm a bit skint at the moment, so I'll buy some when I'm there. I'll buy myself plenty Rocky Roads, and sit in the Blind Beggar on a G&T one, because one single G&T cost me £4.90. Are you joking, bruv? Just so that I can sit at some table and say I've been at the table where maybe this was the table where the fat poof did whatever. But there's no other decent pubs. And where I've got to go It's like round the back on the other side of the hospital. And there's no pubs. I went past one called the Old Artichoke, and it's all completely boarded up. And pubs, it's outrageous. London pubs, and probably all English pubs, they're being boarded up left, right, and centre, and it's just not on. The ones that aren't being boarded up are being turned into fucking flats or expensive apartments because of the fucking property boom. And it's like, just leave them as pubs. We need pubs. Where I live now, I've been here since 2007. I've been here 11 years, coming up to 12. And the pub apparently used to be at the end of my street. But shortly before I arrived here, fucking pub burnt down. What kind of luck is that? So I'm not a massive pub goer. I never have been. I'm just, whatever. The pub is the place where you meet men. Unfortunately for me, my whole life has revolved around the fact that the kind of men you meet in pubs is what I've managed to get myself stuck with. But having not had access to a local pub, because I hate, spending all fucking afternoon in the boozer. It's just not my thing. It never, ever was. Except, to like scope out the blokes. But a couple of hours now and then, I love it. And I need the social aspect as well. So yeah, since 2007, I haven't had a local boozer. And the closest that I've come is because I'm really close to the big conference centre in East London. So there's, there's been a few hotels, and now there's quite a lot more. But when I first moved here, the only place you could go if you wanted to get a drink, a couple of pints after work, whatever, was to one of these hotels. And they have, nice bars in the hotel. But it's just not a pub, is it? Lovely. Yeah, both the ones that we used to frequent the most, nice pubs, nice drinks, nice, you get food, so, but yeah, they're not proper boozers. Anyway, enough about pubs. No, because actually no, I was talking about Blind Beggar, wasn't I? Hang on. No branding. No branding of this mug that I may or may not have stolen from Edinburgh Airport when I was last going through there. I may have accidentally walked away to find my friend and then was so excited to find her that I forgot to put my cup back, is what I actually meant. Because obviously I'm a nice girl and I don't steal things. I just was looking for her with my coffee in my hands. And I saw her and I was like, fucking yay, there she is. So I rushed to her, put my coffee down, gave her a big hug, chat, picked up my coffee for another mouthful, and she said, oh, the car's over here. So I was like, hey, off we go. And I got to the car and I was like, oh, fuck. I still got the coffee cup from the famous coffee shop. So yeah. That's how I do it. Don't look. Okay, so while I'm doing my dog sitting, the closest local is going to be the Blind Beggar, unless I find another one between there and the flat, which is, sort of like along there, across there, down, down. So really, by the time you get back to, what's that road? Whitechapel Road? There it is. And there's supermarket round the back. So you go to the supermarket, you've got to go to the pub on the way home. Go to the tube station or come out of the tube station, whether it's daytime, and you can stop and look at all the stalls with all the beautiful scarves and saris and all the sparkly jewellery. But then you've got to go past the pub because the pub's on the corner, and you got to cross the road at that corner and go down that road and then left. So yeah, the Blind Beggar is going to be my local for like a week, not even. Happy days. So, is there anything else I need to do? I don't think so. I think because I was testing, wasn't I, the music? And it turns out now with the music, hang on. Put it back on because it's not someone talking now, it's music. Ellipsis.
Chosen by MC.
Oh, you wanker! You're supposed to be not talking, fucking DJs. They do love the sound of their own voices, DJs, don't they? Every DJ. I know I'm mostly doing the talking now, but I hardly ever do. And there's a reason why I'm doing this, and it's related to my voice. I'll tell you about it later. But yeah, so, you know, like, I'm doing all the talking now because this is my video. And I suppose, okay, I'll be fair. If you're a DJ, talking is what you do because it's your show. Okay, I'll take that back. DJs do like the sound of their own voices, though, let's be honest. Because I'm quite liking the sound of my own voice at the moment, despite the fact that I sound like a fucking nasal hippopotamus from the southern hemisphere. Let me just see if that Y has...
He was like,
Shut up! Fucking put the music on. It says that there's music. Now playing. Ellipsis. That is not ellipsis, is it? Look, listen. No. Okay, wait a minute. I can't because...
Yeah, it's funny you say that.
He is actually doing talking. It is taking ellipsis off now. Sorry. Anyway, on that note, I'll fuck off.